Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 89. Thank you so much for inviting me over. If you are new to this channel, my name is Krista, and that is my secret yarnery. That is my secret yarnery. I love it. I live in Nairobi, Kenya, so I have my own yarn shop basically just for myself. I do not sell yarn, but any color I need, I have to get from myself, so it is all here. And I try to keep it stocked by different weights and different fibers and in rainbow order. That works for me. So if any of that is of interest to you, consider hitting that subscribe button way over there and the notification bell beside that so you don't miss out on any more awesome videos just like this. So today, super quick podcast, just popping in to say hi. Crazy busy week. Have not even actually been in here other than kind of to sort it out. I want to give a big welcome to Sharon Hunt. She just joined the family. I'm so glad you joined us. And also to my good friend Claire, whose family's giving her a bit of a hard time that she has a YouTuber friend. No, we're not YouTuber friends, we're just friends, but I'm on YouTube and your mom's right there, so. She's my friend. We talk. Anyway, happy level up to you, Claire. She just turned the big 5'7", level 57. Congratulations. So we are so happy for you. And you can tell that to your kids. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Today's going to be pretty quick. I just want to show you some Crojo issues I've been having, and also I will show you the crochet plants I have made. I've had a lot of requests for them, so I'll just show you them a bit up close later on in the video so you can kind of see what will be upcoming in the next few months. No, what will be upcoming, period. Don't know when. Upcoming. I've learned, or I'm trying to learn, I'd like to say I learned, I'm trying to learn to not put a deadline or a timeline on what I can do as a human being. I really want to give you tutorials and patterns. I will do it as soon as I can. Just saying. Hashtag Frankly Circles blanket, also on the list of things to do. I love it. I'm hoarding everything I need for it. It is ready. I just need the time. So bear with me and it'll be coming up. So what I have been working on is my Hobbit cloak, this beauty over here, which is pretty much how it's going to be when it's finished. However, I do not like it on the back side. And you can see at the bottom how it's like there's just too much yarn. There's too many stitches by a lot. That's like a lot of extra yarn in there that we don't need. So I'm going to frog it back so that it will lay flat like that along the back. So I'm going to frog it back so it lays nice and flat, ideally. So that's going to be on Tuesday. If you'd like to join me, I'll put a link up in the cards. If you have anything you want to frog or remove your stitches from, join me. So I started again with different colors in Savor instead of Favorite. And the first one I did was for Kim, another one of my besties. So Kim is all about a 2-row repeat. She doesn't like it too busy. She likes it like, you know, she likes 2 rows at a time. So I'm like, I will do it 2 rows at a time for Kim. But for me, I'm not in love with it because for me, if you stand back, you can still see the stripes. You know what I mean? It doesn't all blend together eventually. So, and plus this is my Frankly Circles color here. That gorgeous light tan taupey color. So that has to go because I need all the yarn for Frankly Circles. Like I can't use that for the project until Frankly Circles is done. So that one's out. Started again with this beauty and just one different color at a time. So if it's like way far behind, it's kind of like ish of a tone, you know what I mean? It kind of more blends together, like it's earthy, it's blues and browns, it's kind of cool. Then I was like, what if, and it's hard for me to do monotone, don't get me wrong, or not monotone, but like muted color palettes, I have a hard time being motivated for them. I'm like, what if it's supposed to be the same color palette minus Frankly Circles minus blue? I'm like, I could wear that a lot. right? It's definitely Hobbit. Anyway, I put a poll up on the channel and in the family chat on WhatsApp, and this was basically the favorite. And I'm like, I did like it the best in the beginning, blah, 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 I should do it. So I kept working on it, and although I changed the pattern from my first fail, this is still not perfect. So I still have to either frog it back or use it for something else, or just keep it as a fail. Or I can make a cocoon cardigan out of it. I could do that and not frog it. But I'm like, just take a minute, take a beat, take a minute, chill out, relax, think about it, just, you know, watch a TV show, just like zone out, let it go. Because there's a lot of stitches. That's a lot of stitches, this is a lot of stitches, and none of it has come to fruition. None of it is what I want it to be. So I'm like, just take a step back. So I did, walk here, walk there, come back, and I'm walking past this all the time. I look at it, I'm like, those are the colors I want. That's what I want. I want that crazy, dark, indigo-y blue. I want the earthy green. I want the browns. I want it to be that. So, I want it to be that. So to get it to be this, I have to frog it back. I do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the tutorial with these colors. Is my epiphany. I've had an epiphany. I'm going to start this as a tutorial with the same colors and then frog it back, somehow keeping those skeins or those little mini cakes. I'm going to frog it onto my stand wood. Oh, sorry. I'm going to frog it onto my stand wood so that they're all in order, because each row needs more yarn than the row before. So I'm going to do it all in order. And somehow keep them in order, like put them in a crate or a box, like in order, like, you know, top to bottom, left to right, like reading a book or something. And then use those to grow the square I made for the tutorial and have it be the exact shape I want for the cloak that I want, because it's not right yet. So I've tried 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 5 times is going to be perfect. I swear it has to be for my Hobbit cloak. So that's on my brain, and I'm like, you know that feeling you get. It's not failure, it's learning, but learning is not fun, or kids would like school. Do you know what I mean? So I'm learning. I'm learning things I already knew, but I'm learning them fresh again because I'm stubborn. So in that meantime, I may or may not have done this, which is fabulous. And no, I don't have a stitch marker. Of course I don't. So this is my Dirty Granny scarf. Gonna be a tutorial. How great is that? So this is Magic Glitz, which y'all know I love. I hoard Magic Glitz in this colorway, because for me, this colorway is everything. And yes, you can get the exact same colorway with or without the glitz in a whole bunch of other brands. This is Ice Yarns. I'll put a link to it down below. I love it. So this is as far as I have gotten with probably about half, like probably about choking myself with yarn. It's a good day. Probably with about 50 grams of Ice Yarns Magic Glitz. So I'm gonna set aside 2 skeins, so 200 grams of Magic Glitz for this scarf to be luscious and fabulous, and that will be a pattern, and this will be a pattern and tutorial coming out on the channel. Hoping this weekend, if not next weekend. And the next tutorial coming out is this beauty. This is the Drunken Granny Baby Blanket in 3 shades of greens and blues, I suppose. There is a aqua, a mint green, and a blue with a white in between. And it is a gorgeous, easy 1-row repeat. This was the fastest blanket I made, I swear. But I was pushing myself. I was in chat with the family members over on WhatsApp, and I was like, I started it, and I pushed myself to finish it, and it took me a day. but I worked at it. Like I watched TV, I listened to TV, I crocheted, I worked at it for a day, and it was finished. Isn't that cool? So this pattern will be coming out very soon. I hope you love it as much as I do. It worked up so quick. I loved working on it. So it is basically a combination of making martini glasses and olives. So it is the dirty Granny. You're making a dirty martini the whole time. You start with an empty glass, you end with an empty glass, and you put in olives in between. So super easy to remember. It always starts the same, it always ends the same, and it works up so quick. Plus those colors are fabulous, right? I know. So I'll link all of this down below, and I hope you enjoy it when it comes out as a tutorial and pattern as much as I did, because this is like one of my favorite blankets for sure. And now let me show you my plants. So this is the first cactus I made back in the day. And then I made a little flower to go on the top of it. And I put it in a real plant pot just so it's heavy enough to like stop a door or something. This behind, that is my second cactus I made, and I used some sparkle yarn for it. That's cute, right? And some Techno chenille for the little plant pot. Just a little succulent. I don't even remember how I did that. And then this beauty, my little vine plant, that was really fun to do. And it's all a little bit different, so it's a little more organic looking. And there is some wires in the top here, so you can bend them however you want to have it look more puffy at the top or coming out at the top. And you can make it as long as you want, depending on what you want to, or where you want to keep it. And it's pretty great. Love that one. This is another one I made. It was a fail. It was just like, I don't know what I was making, but I'm like, I could just turn it into a cactus. So I did. But there's no pattern for that. I just kind of made like a big balloon and stitched it together occasionally and put some flowers on it. So this is Camilla Cotton, and this is Chenille Techno. I thought that looks kind of cool, right? So that's another plant I made. And then this is the latest plant. This took a while. This took a couple weeks. It takes longer than you think. These are all wired. So you crochet onto a wire and you do like a little repeat depending on how many sections you want per branch. And each branch gets a flower at the end. How cute, right? So that took a little bit of trial and error to get it looking how I want it to look, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Apparently it is a Thanksgiving cactus. I guess the different shape of leaves, it can be a Christmas cactus, an Easter cactus, or a Thanksgiving, but this is the pattern or the leaf pattern I'm familiar with, so I guess that's a Thanksgiving cactus. But love it. Would totally be happy to make another one. And again, it's in a real plant pot just so it's, I don't know, looks real. And these are really fun. You use a lot. I made a lot of them, like a lot of these branches, because I wanted it to be pretty much full size looking. Was also contemplating doing it in my hot pink, my bougainvillea color. And if I made another one, I'd definitely be doing it in the hot pink. But I think you need two, right? One for Easter, one for Thanksgiving. Anyway, I love it. It turned out great, but it was a lot of work. It was time consuming. So my last little hot tip of the day, the Centro knitting machines. You know, they come with that little screwdriver, the 40 needle and the 48 needle do. And that little screwdriver also fixes the star screws in eyeglasses or reading glasses. I'm just saying. Plus it's magnetic. So you can just kind of like totally tighten up those screws in your eyeglasses as long as they're not that screwdriver, the flat blade type. If they're a star type, that Centro magnetic screwdriver will be your best friend. Found that out. totally passing it along. So that's all I have for you this week, and we'll see you in the next video. It'll be a tutorial. Stay hooked. I think it'll be a tutorial. I hope it'll be. Should I just edit that out? It should not be a I don't know, I'm really trying. It is Friday already. Oh my gosh, we're doing a live in 4 minutes. So if I'm ever late, that's why. And I can't wait to talk with you on the live chat. So I guess I'm just gonna stop talking and go and hang out with you. Stay hooked.